Hey everybody, good morning to you. It is too early in the morning to be waking up on the wrong side of the bed, so no gloomy people here today. We are waking up just as bright as the sun is right now with some really good energy. It's DPS this morning and we're ready to wake you up in the know, share with you some inspiring stories as well as some must-have events around the Nobel Laureates Festival that you should not be missing. So please stick around with us. If you're just waking up, great. We're catching you at the perfect point that we can set the right tone for your day. So let's get right into it with our morning news highlights to start things off.
Good morning. Time now for a summary of your top stories. St. Lucia's tourism economy continues to progressively rebound with visitor arrivals from the U.S. for the month of December exceeding optimistic projections set for that period. All of this in spite of the Omicron variants ravaging this island's key markets and a CDC level 4 travel advisory for the island.
Ironically, our numbers from the U.S. continue to increase. December was probably one of our best Decembers ever, and our numbers from the U.S. were virtually
quite. It's the best December ever, or best December of the pandemic?
No, ever. I mean, I can't give you the final numbers; they're still being tallied, but we had some amazing, numbers in terms of flight arrivals and numbers, and it's been quite exceptional. And maybe over the next few days we'll release the numbers. But when you see the numbers, you will see that the United States market has really been performing very well. And we have seen in the early part of January a slight decline. Persons falling sick, they cannot travel. We've seen a decline. Persons cannot get their COVID test results in time because of the testing limitations in the United States. But we expect in February to be even better.
Cruise tourism, however, continues to be adversely affected. Former Tourism Minister Dominic Fede, meanwhile, maintains that arrivals for St. Lucia's peak season are not where they need to be to sustain the amount of airlift coming into the island.
If we're not able to fill the seats in the winter months, the peak season, then what message are we sending to the airlines who by now would be contemplating their schedules for the summer months? It would mean that if we don't arrest the situation, St. Lucia could face some decline in the number of seats that are coming to our destination. And that cannot bode well for demand and the ease of getting to us, or neither can it bode well for buttressing growth in the travel industry. So we would absolutely want the powers that be to be proactive and not to react to this rather concerning situation.
Fede is calling on the current government to alleviate the situation and for a more aggressive marketing strategy in St. Lucia's source markets. Investment Minister Dr. Ernest Hilaire says the island has not further discounted the cost of a relief bonds option for investors looking to qualify for citizenship here.
There's no COVID discount being offered. The last government had a COVID bond as part of the CIP. It expired in December. There is still a demand for it out there, so we have extended it to December this year. There is no discount being offered. It's a continuation.
It's the same policy the previous government.
Yes, it's a continuation because they had implemented it up to December last year.
The relief bonds option was introduced under the former UWP administration as a means of raising additional government revenue in the height of the COVID-19 crisis. St. Lucia's visitor arrivals has received a boost with the return of Sunwing Airlines from Toronto, Canada.
Canada is our fourth largest market. In 2019, we had almost 40,000 arrivals from Canada, and we surely miss the Canadian market as a source market. So we're looking forward to 2022 and the arrivals from Canada.
SWG 116 touched down at the UNR International Airport on Saturday, January 22nd, signaling the final international airline to resume operation amid the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. And those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Good morning once again, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on DBS this morning. I think you just catched our morning news highlights. Now, if you're one of those persons who just missed it, it's all right. We're going to give you a pass today, but make sure you stick around for the rest of the show because trust me, we have a lot of great things in store for you, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. morning. Now, listen, we are all excited by now. You definitely know that the 2022 Nobel Laureate Festival is well on its way. And right now, of course, we had to hear from the youth because the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, and of course, rightfully named after one of our Nobel laureates, is also known to have a really great calendar of events. One of these things to look forward to is taking place on the 28th of this month at the Cultural Center, and that is the Word Up Poetry Slam. So this is going to be exciting, and we know how the arts comes into play, especially when we think about our Nobel laureates. And overall, the theme usually every year starts off with celebrating excellence. So, this is what it's all about. I have two participants here with us, so I'm quite excited. We have Jade and we have John, and this totally was not planned, but we are really excited to have them here, and I know they cannot wait to share their talents along with some of their fellow students over at the college as well. So first of all, guys, how are you guys feeling today?
I'm good.
Good stuff. How about you, John?
I'm fine.
Super. Now, I think first of all, the question on our mind is, let's just backtrack a little bit just to give people a better understanding exactly what the Word Up Poetry Slam is all about, because I know back in November was when this story really started, and how amazing is it that it's actually going to have the finals during the festival. So I think that's awesome. So let's kind of backtrack and let people understand exactly what it's all about and how it started.
Okay, so the Word Up Poetry Slam is an annual event, and it's been taking place since, I think it was 2010 or thereabouts. But then I think they lost the library, and in around 2015, so they could not have the Poetry Slam anymore because it used to take place in that theater. So this year they decided to bring it back on a virtual standpoint. And what happened was around September, flyers started going out. Some of us were not really interested. We didn't know what was going on. And for me personally, my friends told me, no, you should go up. And I decided to go up, and it was really a opening experience, an eye-opening experience. It brought out many different talents with our coaching as well. The detail, affection to detail by the coaches and by the librarians as well, the staff of the library.
Right.
So on the 16th and on the 23rd, what happened was that we filmed the first round.
Right, that was back
so it
in
was
November.
back in November.
Right.
So we filmed those two rounds, the first round, in 8 groups of 8 and 8. And then we aired them on the 26th and on the 3rd of December. And on the 3rd of December, the 8 finalists were announced.
Nice.
So out of 16, there were actually 8 boys and 8 girls. And out of 8, there are now 4 male finalists and 4 female finalists.
Oh, wow.
Totally not planned.
Okay, I was going to ask that too. Well, I'm loving this, and it shows that our talent is definitely not limited to gender. So I'm quite excited to see this. And even, with this journey starting from November, I'm certain that you guys are all excited because this is officially being celebrated during this year's festival. Again, the finals, the grand finale. So, John, how's everybody feeling out of the finalists? That this is a major deal for you guys, and also to be part of the festivities for a festival like this, which means so much to us here in St. Lucia. What's the feel like from the finalists right now?
It's a little bit of nervousness and excitement.
I can imagine.
Yes, especially as we are about to perform again, we must tighten a lot of our performances. Really come home, hit it home, come strong.
Yeah. No pressure that it's, part of the Nobel Laureates Festival.
Yes, but more or less just have fun, enjoy ourselves, display our talents and all of that.
Right.
And that is really the point of poetry, just performing, having fun, and bringing a message across.
I love that. Now, what do you love about poetry, and how did you get into it?
I got into it when I attended St. Mary's College. I did literature, and I really love how you can bring so many meanings across through words, and it touches people, and it remains relevant today, especially as we have poets, especially Derek Walcott, engaging in political commentary. So it keeps us on the straight and narrow, more or less.
Nice. And
Yes.
sort of a guide or direction where you want to go.
Yes.
Nice. Well, let me ask you as well, Jade. What do you love about poetry, and how did you discover it, or how did it find you?
Well, poetry for me is like an expression of words on paper and through the air, because poetry is performed as well. actually, my brother went to St. Mary's and he got into poetry and he was really good at it. And I really enjoyed listening to him. I tried to idolize myself, like, to meet his standard.
Nice.
And I got into poetry very young, writing very small poems with him critiquing me. And then I grew up into it in a sense. I took a break. And then around St. Mary's College, maybe Form 4, Form 5, I started getting back into it again.
Nice.
And then now it has culminated into performance poetry.
Great. And how do you feel about being part of this year's, celebrations? Because the event that you all are putting on is also part of what's helping us to enjoy and celebrate the festival this year.
I really enjoy it because as a part of St. Mary's College, there's also the literary night. So it's like transcending from literary night to now performing on probably even a bigger stage
Right, I was
at
about
the
to say,
Safa
a
Louis.
step up. Nice.
A step up in different aspects. Before it maybe have been a play, a skit, a song, but now it's our very own poetry and what we want to do.
And this is now on a national level. So I think that is absolutely amazing. And I would like you, John, so we're going to bring people up to speed. At the start, we did let them know it's happening on the 28th at the National Cultural Center. So just let them know what time it kicks off, what we can expect, and of course, all the ways and forms that we can ensure that we're tuned in on the 28th.
You could watch it on YouTube at the college's YouTube page. You could watch it on Facebook. It will be live streamed. It goes from 3 to 5. And just enjoy the performance. Yeah.
And what can people expect? Is there anything that we need to be looking out for, or any reason that they should not miss it?
You really shouldn't miss it. It's the young people coming and showcasing their talent and all of that. And yes, it promotes creativity, individualism. It brings us together as a nation, as we are proud of the 2 Nobel laureates that we have produced.
So true. And we've had the organizers on here. It's all about celebrating excellence, and that isn't limited to your age, to your gender. So listen, we're in for an amazing show. So it is the Word Up Poetry Slam again, happening on the 28th. What time do we kick off?
From 3.
Okay, so from 3 p.m. and the various forms which you can check it out. So do not miss it. And again, let's support our youth. These are our very own, the future poets of St. Lucia. And it's right in the middle of our festival. So more reason for us to celebrate the excellence that is all around us. So we look forward to seeing you guys then. Bye. Everybody, we are here to bring you some positive vibrations today, and I'm always excited when I see initiatives that are really being pushed and started by the youth, because you know what, they are going to be the ones carrying the legacy. We need to be taking care of each other. And if you've not heard about an organization called HOPE, then you're going to find out today. And the acronym stands for Helping Our People Endure, and I noticed a tagline, Bringing Hope to Our Nation. I think that in itself says a lot. So right now I'd like to welcome Titania here with us. She's the president for HOPE. And again, as you can see, youthful herself, but that doesn't mean that they are not serious, and there is so much that can come out of this.
Good morning, everyone. I am Titania, the president for Helping Our People Endure.
Okay. Now, just as I mentioned, this is youth-oriented. A lot of the people on the team are very youthful as well, which so excites me. So what exactly is HOPE about?
HOPE is basically a group of young persons, basically more students on that team. We do hampers, food drives. We go to different areas, mainly Grizzly and Castries. We do soup Sundays, or we give meals out. We just try our best to bring smiles on people's faces or on families, and yeah.
Nice. Now, what I'm liking about this too is just the initiative. And right now, a smile means so much. Making somebody feel happy in whatever way you can. I don't think we realize the value or how important this can be in just changing around somebody's day, or even, who knows, their whole week, month, whatever it may be. Now, when did HOPE officially start?
HOPE officially started in December 2019, the 23rd of December, that is.
Oh, so that's like right before the pandemic.
Yes, directly, yeah.
Great. So let's talk about actually running Hope right now during the pandemic too. How has that affected some of the plans and the visions that you guys had as a team for Hope?
Hope began in 2019, as I said. We met 5 days after the group was found. The group was actually found by Diego Francois, a past student of his. We met at our first meeting. We discussed our name, everything, our calendar for the upcoming year, which was 2020. And then when we did our first event, which was the lunch at the St. Lucy's home, a Valentine's lunch, we did that event, and then the country locked down maybe, let's see, the month after.
Right.
So that just stopped us from the events we had planned for the rest of the year. Then when the country opened up back, you could say we were living a little normal around August, September. One of our members died. His name is printed on our sleeves. He died, so we didn't have nothing. Well, we couldn't have done anything during that time because we were focused on his funeral.
Right.
Team members were down, depressed. So yeah, and then in 2021, mid 2020, around May, we said, okay, COVID is something that will not go away. We just have to deal with it. So we tried our best. In 2020, we did some events like giving hampers, but in 2021, that's when we started doing.
Step up again.
Yeah, we started doing our soup Sundays, our meal deliveries, our hampers, our back to school drives.
Nice. So one thing I'm really impressed about too, because clearly if we didn't ask or didn't do this interview, we would not have even known some of the hardships as a group that you guys had to face. Besides the challenges of the pandemic, even losing a team member, that is a lot. But I think the real aspect or element that we can take away from this is that the fact that you guys are not giving up. You took the time needed, because obviously dealing with death is really a difficult thing. But, at least in 2021, you guys regrouped, got back together, and at least still took some action to still dig deep and, bring those smiles to people around. So I'm happy to see that you guys were resilient enough to figure out a way to work around things in 2021 and still make things happen. Now, with these initiatives, what is it like when you guys are out in the field, whether it's the soup Sundays or even donating the hampers, whatever you guys decide to do? What is it like when you actually get to meet the people and then you see the impact that it has on them?
What is this?
Well, how do you guys feel, Because I know the aim is to really make people happy. So when you guys are out there actually making this happen, how does it feel for you guys as a team?
Honestly, we just feel very proud of ourselves, seeing that, yes, we impacted a family, we impacted someone. We just feel very happy. All our teammates are like, wow, we did that. Yes, we have to do it again. So we just feel really good about ourselves. We feel very good.
Nice. Now, given that it's a very youthful team too, I know sometimes putting things together and getting people to take you seriously, just because of your age range, could be difficult. Do you find that you guys face that sort of difficulty where you have plans and it's hard to get people to come on board initially because they just think, well, these are a bunch of young people, that kind of thing? Or is it rather easy to get people on board to help and support?
It's rather easy. Well, to me, it's rather easy. The only difficulty we have right now is maybe getting sponsors from business places, because we're not a fully registered group as yet. But it's rather easy when we put out our flyers. We get support from persons.
Good stuff. Well, I know there's a lot of things in the pipeline to come, and something coming up actually in April where we have an opportunity to help support Hope and have them execute exactly what they're doing, just keep people hopeful and happy. So just tell us about what's happening in April and, of course, what the format will be.
Okay, so in April, we're planning on doing a hamper drive, a grocery drive, that is. We just collect groceries and we put it together for families we know, or maybe someone told us they're in need. We take down the information and we just go ahead and donate it. Contact them before we donate it, and then go to drop off our hamper.
Great. So if we want to get our viewers involved, have people support, in what way can we as St. Lucians be able to help support you all in advance for this drive coming up in April? What are some of the things that you guys would be looking for or need, especially to put these hampers together?
We collect things like non-perishable items, clothing items in good condition. Anything that is possible to give up or you will see yourself taking from somebody, we do collect it.
Okay, so anything really family-wise that you think of, maybe you have something at home lying around that's in good condition that can come. So I guess it's not just limited to the groceries, but clothing, I guess even if you have household items as well that can be donated, stationery, right? That's really good too, because obviously school can be physical one day, virtual another. Doesn't change the fact that students are going to need the resource materials and the things to help support. Maybe you might have a spare tablet or old one lying around that's still functional, so all of these things are going to be needed. So we just want to remind you that hope is here. And I love seeing the youth take action and doing things like this just to make St. Lucia a better place. And especially in a time where things can feel a bit gloomy, we definitely need to make sure that everybody stays hopeful. What's the best way if people want to contact you, especially for those who want to support the event in April, that they can contact as well as follow the movement that you guys are doing at Hope?
Okay, so y'all can follow us on our Instagram page, hope_758, or y'all could contact myself on WhatsApp 461-4788, or if you know of any member, you normally see members with a blue shirt or a yellow shirt. If you know of any one of them, you can contact them and we will take it from there.
All right. Well, Titania, I want to thank you so much for being this brave and being here with us to share something, like I said in the beginning, that's going to send a bit of positive vibrations. So we have the power to help make each other a lot happier, and we can do that by helping support their event coming up in April. So remember, it is hope, and again, helping our people endure, and they're bringing hope to our nation. So what else can we say except make sure you support the cause and follow them on social media, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye.
Good morning and welcome to this morning's Soca Size session. Leading the wine, we have Laurie, Susie, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with Soca Size. This warm-up routine is Savannah Grass by Kes the Band. Let's get moving. 4, 3, 2, beat your steel pan or your piece of iron. 3, 2, alternate the side, step, together, and hey. 4, 3, 2, take it, and we gon' make them jump, roll and wind, way side to side, let's go. Now we're frontline costumes. Let's go to the side and take it back and turn it. This side, let's go. Olado. Take it back. Turn it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hey! 4, 3, 2, 1, take it up and wind. With 4, 3, 2, Let's go. Hola, boy. Hey, hey, turn it. Next side, let's go. Turn it, turn it, turn it, turn it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and arms up. 1, wave on. 4, 3, 2, 1. That was this morning's session. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with Soca Size St. Lucia. Have a wonderful day.
Hey, so we have made it to the end of the show, which means your day is really about to start unfolding. As you're heading out the door, we want you to remember some of the things that we've shared. Let people know. Shout out to our friends over at Hope. And again, remember that the youth is so important to us. So we've seen 2 different spectrums, talents in the arts. So don't forget, on the 28th is when we're having the Word Up Poetry Slam, so we can support the students of the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College then. And of course, like I said, we have the Hope group really trying hard to do things, staying resilient. So I think there's a lot for us to pull out from what we shared today. So hopefully it inspired you to do something good today, to help out, and again to support in whatever way you can all the talent, all the excellence around us. So please go out and have a beautiful day, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. 6 a.m. is your wake-up call, not Lucian time 6 a.m. It is 6 a.m. on the dot here on DBS, your number one leader. Bye.